So you decide to go to the United Kingdom, USA, South Africa, or pretty much anywhere in the world. You get there and then you find that you're spending most of your time working, and literally your social life is pretty much gone. Or you are in the United Kingdom, you've lived there for many, many years, you're trying to develop things back home, but you don't really trust anyone. And there's no one really out there to share information of experiences or even inspiration with you. So we are left now with using our relatives sometimes who are not even experienced to do our things back home. And in most cases, we lose out. Sometimes you just need someone to talk to, someone who has walked the path that you are trying to walk. But again, there isn't a place that people can really come together and share this information. This was the case for me when I went to the United Kingdom. I spent more than 10 years. I really wanted to do something at that time. But for me to use my relatives, it was quite difficult because I used to hear a lot of horror stories of people trying to do things back home and their money was spent in very bad ways. So I became very scared of investing or doing anything back home. So when I decided to do things back home, I had to come here on the ground myself. And even then, I realized that I lost a lot of money. I'm sure some of you have seen my stories. I lost a lot of money because I trusted a lot of people, and these people were mostly not professionals, and they had pretty much convinced me that they could do the jobs that they said they could do. So as you can see, we have a massive problem. We don't have a place where we can all congregate, share our experiences, inspire each other, and perhaps give each other advice. So this is where I came up with an idea to create an online community for Zimbabweans. These are Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe, the diaspora, or even those who are planning to come back home. Well, you could say, well, why create a community? Because there are Facebook groups, there are WhatsApp groups. Yes, that's true. But what you find with these groups is you only have one dimension of having a discussion or being part of that community, and everything is on the timeline. What if you can have different dimensions? Let's say you're someone who wants to just purely focus on, let's say, farming. Well, there's a farming group for you. Let's say you are someone that wants to focus on business and entrepreneurship. Yes, again, there's a specific group for you. And let's say you're someone who just wants to put in their comments. There's also a timeline that is specific for that. So before I show you how this community works, as you can see here, this is a community for diasporans, returnees, and ambitious Zimbabweans. Now we only have 4 days left until we make this group private. Anyway, so I'm already logged in. So if you land on this page, you want to go straight to community. But if you're not, you can just click here to become a member. So I'm going to go straight to community here, and this is how the website works. So as you can see, we have a news feed. This is where you can come in and type whatever you want to type in here. We can also use emojis. We can also go in and show the formatting. If you want to link to somewhere else, you can just go in and add your link like that. So you may be thinking, well, this looks like pretty much the Facebook feed. Well, this is where this is different. If you come over here to groups, you're going to notice now that we have specific groups. So let's say you're someone who's interested in farming or building and construction. You can just go into the specific group and join it. So if I come over here now, straight away, you can see that I have everything that's related to this particular group. So let's say I want to go in and take a look at the discussions. I can just click on discussions, and you can see here that there are already some discussions. If I go back to my feed here, we can see everything that's related to this farming group. So this is the feed for the farming. So far, a lot of people have joined. And talking about members, if we come over here to the top, we can also see that we have already 191 members. So a lot of people are joining this online community. And then over here on the forums as well, we have discussions. So if I click here, you're going to notice now that this is my main profile, which we can go in and add a photo. We can also add a background image if you want to. But here we can go in and start all your discussions. You also have your replies. So as you can see here, I was communicating with someone here, and you can see that these are my replies. Now, what you can also do is you can go to email invites if you want to invite people that you know, and this is how you would invite someone to join the community by just sending them an email. Okay, fantastic. Now, over here on the top, you're going to notice that we also have notifications. So I have something here in my mailbox. So as you can see here, this is a member that sent me a message. And here I can also see the thread. So we've been chatting and he's been talking about the land that he has, and I've been asking him questions. And as you can see here, we can communicate, and that's pretty cool. Over here, we also have notifications. So I'm told now that Matthew started following me. We also have Takuzwa Vintage started following me, and so on. So I can view all the notifications and pretty much see what is happening on my side. Now, what's also very interesting is if you come over here to your top profile here, you're going to notice all the information that relates to your account. So you have your profile, you have your account, you have your timeline, notifications, messages, groups, forums, photos, and so on. So as you can see, it's a very, very easy to use website. And if I come back over here to my newsfeed, this pretty much tells me what is happening on the newsfeed. Now, this is a community where it's free to join for a limited time, because as you can imagine, if we have, thousands and thousands of members, chances are it's going to be chaotic and it's going to be very difficult to manage. So the idea with this Zimbabwean online community is to have a group of like-minded people, a group of positive people, a group of people that want to share their experiences and help others. So this is why I built this Zimbabwean online community. Now, as I mentioned, it's free to join. And also, this is a place where I can see a lot of people that have experiences either here in the United Kingdom or even on the ground here in Zimbabwe. Share their experiences before people can lose out, because sometimes it only takes one comment to save you money that you would have lost by doing something that has not worked for someone else. It can also just take one comment for you to save so much money on an idea that you thought was brilliant, but turns out that it is not actually that brilliant. So this is a community which I foresee a lot of positive things happening. I can see a lot of people working together. In the future, I want this to be a place where we can have a marketplace where we can all do business. But of course, those are future ideas. As for now, we want to have a lot of discussions where we can share ideas, experiences. And if you're feeling lonely, this is also a place where you can come in and just vent your frustrations or just talk about your experiences. And I'm pretty sure that people will help. Now, why am I confident that this group is going to be successful? Well, in the videos that I've been making, I've gotten so much advice from these comments, from these videos that I've been making. So many positive comments, so many ideas, so many recommendations, and also advice on how I should move forward. And this is what inspired me to create this online community. So go ahead, sign up. The link to that is in the video description below. Now, there are also basic rules. First of all, we want to stay away from using bad language and putting each other down. We are already stressed trying to make our life work. The last thing we need is someone to come in with negative energy and pull each other down. That's the last thing we need. So I will tell you right from the get-go that if anyone does that, we are going to report that and I will ban you. We want this to be a place where it's a safe haven for anyone who wants to develop themselves, someone who wants to help others, and someone who wants to give advice and inspire others. That's the main goal of this. And very soon, I'll be doing some live shows where you can phone in and we can have discussions, general discussions on pretty much what is happening on the ground and how we can better each other and help each other out. Anyway, guys, the link to this is in the video description below. After the 4 days that I have, there's a counter on the page. After this time, it's going to be invite only. This is not a group where we're just after numbers. It's a group where we want to have a really strong community of people that are very positive and people who are willing to help each other out. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care.